Welcome to the Left in the South podcast, episode 22. We're back at it again.
Back at it again with the white vans.
Yes. God. Okay, so what's up, man? What you been up to, dude?
I have been vibing hard.
Really?
Yes. Actually, basically nothing has happened to me. I want to tell you about my story waking up today, but I'll let you introduce the podcast first.
Yeah. Before we fucking get into the fucking podcast, first of all, please, I'm begging you, drop us an Apple rating or anything. I'll take anything at this point. A 2-star, a 3, just. Please, rating
One
the
star
podcast.
was a juicy criticism. I'll take it.
Yeah, dude. Rating the podcast helps us tremendously. And if you're watching on YouTube, drop a comment. Maybe, subscribe. I definitely would appreciate it. And it definitely helps me sleep easier at night, knowing that you like the podcast.
I get 1 hour of sleep for every Patreon subscriber, and I don't know if I'm gonna last much longer. So I need you guys to help
3 hours
me out.
of sleep at night is not hitting correctly.
True.
Fuck. But yeah, now that shit's out the way. Fuck, dude. Yeah. So how'd you wake up this morning?
Okay. Well, I just want to say, first of all, my sleep schedule not normal. I'm very not normal. I woke up at about 11 p.m. And I'm laying in bed peacefully dreaming about whatever my celebrity crushes or whatever boys dream about, right? And then I hear this demon snarl. No, I don't. Right. I don't dream, but it was mostly a metaphor
Allegedly.
For whatever. I was sleeping peacefully, in other words. But I hear this demon snarling outside, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? So naturally I'm up and I'm ready to fight. And so I open the door and I just start swinging, bro, and my dog my dog has a condom in his mouth, in the wrapper though, unused, condom. And
dude. I was worried the first time I heard this fucking story.
Yeah, not a used condom. Don't worry, I'm not a fucking goblin, and I don't use condoms. But anyway,
all right.
Just kidding, by the way. But yeah, so my girlfriend's trying to get this condom out of his mouth, and he's just fucking snarling and biting her. Yeah. Okay, here's what I want to say. I don't recommend beating your dogs, okay? 100%. Don't recommend it. And I don't do it, obviously.
I'm scared of what's coming next.
But I walked out, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I held his head down. I'm like, are you going to... Because he's trying to fucking bite me. He's like...
What are you going to
do? He's has this condom in his mouth. He's biting everything nearby, trying not to drop the condom. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Why do you think he did that?
I don't know, dude. He's he grew up in a shelter for the first few months of his life.
Possessive?
Yeah, he's possessive over his toys. He's not, some dogs, whenever you try to feed them, they bite you or whatever.
He doesn't do that. A treat?
Yeah, if you feed them their food and try to pet them or something.
Nah, my dog is nose, dude. It applies enough pressure to get the fucking treat out of my hand. Maybe I'll get a little nick, bro. But dude, my dog.
Yeah, but that's just an accident, though. Some dogs are they're defensive as fuck. They'll bite you because
they want shit. When she gets impatient, she's like, "Give me that! Come on now." You know how long I sat down there for? He told me to sit 3 times.
Life's hard for a young pup. You gotta have some empathy.
Yeah, for sure. God, but yeah. So you got it away from the dog.
Yeah, I put him in his kennel, and everything's good now. And he was so sorry, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. You bit me, asshole.
I'm sorry. Bro, fucking my dog is cute as fuck, dude. For some reason, she loves taking socks and just running away with them, and saving them in her little cage area.
That's adorable.
And she'll hide them too. If we're nearby, she'll bury them under the blankets.
Because you're gonna steal them if she doesn't.
Yeah, and if you put your hand near her cage, she'd be like, grrr. That's how you know she got something in there, dude.
Yeah, that's so fucking funny. Oh my god, hell yeah.
Fuck, dude. But we got a lot of shit to talk about this fucking week, dude. Coronavirus, obviously, something we gotta talk about every goddamn week because that's what fucking is happening right now. We got Trump shit, other state shit. Exciting announcements. Rick and Morty.
Oh yeah, can't wait to talk about that.
Spies. Fat shaming.
Alleged spies, by the way.
Rappers getting doxxed. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Fucking, if you're not strapped in, fucking get prepared. First, I want to drop some hot shit that might, up and coming event. So
something that normies don't know about yet.
Yeah. So basically, I purchased some stickers for the podcast, and I'm planning to plant them somewhere in Tampa.
Okay.
And I don't know what I want to do yet, to be honest. I've kind of just bought the stickers so far.
Yeah.
But like keep an eye if you live in the Tampa area for some Left in the South stickers. And,
yeah.
I'm gonna put some QR. They're like QR codes with our logo on them, and that takes you to our podcast, like where you can like find us at.
That's actually pretty cool. I heard you on this sticker shit. Like, no shit, David just drops me a link to a sticker website with no context. I'm like, okay. And then he like sends me a bunch of random PNG files with like fucking QR codes on them. I'm like, what is this shit? And then like I talked to him later. He's like, dude, you should buy some of these. I look at the prices, bro. What the fuck? How are these people charging so much for stickers, man? I'm surprised you ended up getting them.
It's special because it's like it's hard to mass manufacture like custom shit.
Yeah,
so you're always gonna
stickers.
put like haven't seen them yet, so hopefully they're good. But yeah, if you do find one out in the wild, who knows where they might go.
Yeah, and also you're legally obligated to tweet at us.
Yes, take a picture
in public
at the Litz podcast, and if you, I might do something special. I don't know. Maybe give you $10. I don't know.
Maybe,
no promises.
Maybe 10, maybe 100. Who knows?
You know, no promises. But if you find one, please don't break it or destroy it.
Please.
Thank you.
They were $1 million each.
They were a fortune each, an arm and a leg, dude. I had to fucking use my coronavirus paycheck to pay for it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's some exciting news. Looking forward to that. Maybe more clips. That's just podcast shit.
Yeah, true.
But fuck, dude, let's talk about some breaking ass news, dude.
Hell yeah, I'm ready.
Dude, I want to get into Joseph Rogan, dude.
Okay, I love Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan, bro. Fuck, dude.
So
moving
before
to
we start
Spotify.
this conversation, I want to say, like, David is a huge Joe Rogan fan. Like, almost every single night, bro. Like, David will be in this Discord just cackling at himself, listening to fucking Joe Rogan's podcast. I don't know how he does it.
No,
how many episodes is he on now, by the way? Like 1,800 and something?
Like 1,300, something like that.
That's insane.
Or maybe even higher. I don't fucking know. I just watch the clips, to be honest with you.
I mean,
sometimes like unless it's like an interesting person, I usually just like watch most of the clips.
I think the only episode I actually watched was the Bernie episode.
Yeah, I listened to that one. Yeah, listen to that one. That was a good one. Yeah, I mean, Joe Rogan and going to Spotify though.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Like, I mean, we're already on Spotify, but Joe Rogan like wasn't for some reason.
Dude,
why would he not? Though?
There's a fucking vacuum that's YouTube podcasting that he's left, that he's gonna leave, dude.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a power vacuum, dude, and fucking.
I mean, it's the most popular podcast.
We're gonna claim some of that vacuum, bro.
Hell yeah, dude. It's a pecking ground right now. We're coming in.
Yeah, dude. We're literally fucking
claiming the biggest corpse.
Yeah, for real. We dropped out the airplane and we're ready for this battle royale, dude.
Hell yeah. Oh my god, that's so funny. But did he ever say why exactly he went to Spotify?
Dude, he's saying that that he got paid. It was like over $100 million deal.
Oh my god,
that's
like Shroud going to Mixer.
Yeah, for real. I mean, for real. I mean. Apparently, Spotify has some because they were they're like trying to advertise like, oh, there's podcast on Spotify. They've been doing like the advertisement for a while,
right.
And I guess it's leading up to the Joey experience on Spotify.
Oh, so you think they've been laying the groundwork for this for some time?
Yeah, I believe so.
Their plan is finally coming to fruition.
Yep.
I think I saw a clip though of Joe Rogan basically saying like, Spotify's trash because they don't pay artists. So I guess like everyone has a price, right? Like all they have to do is offer him enough
over
money.
100 million.
Yeah, over $100 million.
Fuck.
For the most popular. I mean, to be fair though, it is the most popular podcast
is,
on the internet. So like,
I mean, they like what their shit went up by like $2 billion, right? Something like that.
Yeah. That's. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, fair enough.
So,
I guess
they
it's
paid
weird to me that he wasn't already on.
They paid him 100 million. They gained like fucking 10 times that.
Yeah, classic. I mean, like, I don't know. Would you sign an exclusive like contract like that though? Like, what if someone came to us and they're like, "Left and South podcast is great,
only on Podchaser."
Yeah, it's like some unknown thing.
Yeah. Only
like kind of like Mixer.
Only on fucking meatspin.com.
Would you do that? Would you sign that?
Yeah.
I fucking 100% would.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. I mean,
we're losing money recording podcast.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean,
it's weird when people give artists like this flack for signing these contracts, like especially exclusive contracts. Like people get really upset about it. I've never really understood that. Do you get upset when people do that kind of stuff? Like when Shroud moves to Mixer
I mean,
or something?
dude, I mean, fuck it, bro. If someone's trying to give you fucking money to do shit, fuck it, why not?
Yeah.
like
Especially if it doesn't affect the quality of the show.
There's a Disguised Toast, like he took that Facebook gaming deal, right? And like he's like yeah, his mental health is like so much better because he can just stream where the fuck he wants and like doesn't have to worry about like making money off the streams anymore. And he literally tells his fans like, guys, please don't donate. Like
yeah, like,
I don't need it.
Now. I got Facebook.
He talks about it all the fucking time.
That's so funny.
Yeah, and then he did something like pretty controversial that was like a while ago where he streamed on Twitch one day.
Yeah,
but it wasn't gaming. So like he was like, "Can I do this?" He's like, "I don't see why not." And he's like does IRL shit. It seems like he's gonna do IRL shit on Twitch and game on Facebook. So he's literally playing fucking both parties.
Do you think that like in the moment, do you think he regrets it? Like obviously in the long
switching
run,
to Facebook?
Yeah.
No, probably not. Really? He has a math degree, right? That's like the joke. Fucking like he probably he probably ran the numbers. He's like, well, he's like knows this is gonna be 100%.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, like let's just speculate about what he made. Like, let's say if Joe Rogan's making 100 mil, let's say Toast only made 50 mil. Like, that's such an insane amount of money. I think I heard someone say like, this is generational wealth. Like that's so true. Like this is the kind of money where like you get this money and your family is rich for the rest of time. Your
lineage is rich forever.
You pass on like a castle in a fucking moat to your great grandchildren. Like that's the kind of money that they're making off these deals. Like you cannot blame them for
right. I feel like money has gotten I feel like they're giving out millies to anybody these days. You know what I mean?
Yeah, any artist it seems like, even ones that aren't popular.
For real. And like everyone's just like all the rich people like are just getting way richer. Like the Jeff Bezos. He's gonna be like the first trillionaire.
Yeah, and I think it's actually what you just said is actually a really important point because I think like a lot of people are just so rich right now that they have so much money to do things that they don't like. They can make risks like that, like spending 50 mil to get Toast on like Facebook. Like I think even you and me, neither of us are fucking business people. We both know like they probably didn't make money on it. Like why would they make money on that?
I mean,
so like they're
it's just publicity.
paying them.
It's literally like to start their their streaming platform.
Right.
I fucking hate it because you have to like use your Facebook account and like.
Yeah,
I don't have a Facebook account.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to open a Facebook account, but good for Toast, I guess. I don't know. Like, I would 100% sign one of these things as long as they weren't, like, ridiculously.
As long as I think, as long as it didn't restrict what I can say. I mean, to an extent. Like, I wouldn't mind to stop cursing or something like that.
Or, like, you can't say Facebook is shit while you're streaming on Facebook.
Yeah, or something like that. So, it's Facebook. If you're trying to give us a podcast deal to start up a Facebook
or Spotify,
podcasting.
fuck it. I mean, we'll come on Spotify too. Like if you guys want to push your podcast.
Anybody, SoundCloud, Twitter podcast. Fuck.
We got to remove all of our shit from thing. Like once we get popular, we need to delete everything and
We
then
need
send a
a-
letter to every big podcast host to be like, listen, we'll come back
Listen.
for money.
Yeah, listen, it's like we leave, like we have like less than 10 people listening to our podcast. It's like we leave. It's like, listen, we left your site. I know you noticed a recent decrease in your fucking views.
The 10-hour.
That's because left in the South is left, and we're willing to come back.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Fuck, dude. I mean, we don't even make AdSense on these podcasts.
No, we don't. I don't know how people monetize podcasts. Like besides doing Patreon, like
it's like sponsorships and shit. Like, you know, there's we can. I mean, technically, we could be running like an Anchor, like thing in like all of our episodes, but like,
right.
You know, I don't feel like it's
30 seconds of like airtime to talk about something to make like 10
I feel like
cents is pretty fucking lame.
Yeah, I feel like it'll turn people off.
Yeah, it would turn me off, man. I don't know.
Yeah,
like
man.
I'm down to do
I'm
sponsorships and
soft
stuff
right
for the
now.
right amount of money, obviously, but like
It's
just like
and that money
at some
amount
point you
is
have to
any
wonder.
right now.
Right, yeah, like at this point, since we have such a small audience, like I would probably accept a very little money, but like the thing is, it can't affect the podcast in a super negative way. Because like if I take $100 for an ad, and like it's a 5-minute ad in our 1-hour podcast, that's not worth it.
Wait, really? For $100?
For 5 minutes? Do you realize how long that is?
I mean,
5 minutes of constant advertising.
I mean, it would be like a paid. I mean, it depends. Is like $100 for like a one-time deal, or $100 like over time, like
I don't know. It depends on how desperate I was, but like in my current situation, I probably wouldn't take.
I'd take 100. Listen, if you're trying to give me $100 for me to talk for 10 minutes about your product, PayPal in the description.
I mean, when you think about it, that's a lot. That's like $600 an hour. That's not bad.
Yeah,
really.
Fuck, dude.
Well, I mean, for you, it's $600 an hour. For me, I have to edit it and fucking do everything.
That's negative money.
Yeah, I'm not getting shit.
Dude, don't worry, I got your money. It's in it's another bank account, all right?
Oh yeah, it's my offshore account in the Cayman Islands.
Oh fuck, but God, what the fuck? I feel like we deterred so far, but the conversation going.
That's fine. Joe Rogan to Spotify, good for him.
Joe
What's
Rogan.
the next topic?
Oh yeah. Fuck, dude. We could really go into a lot of things here, but I feel like we should hit like the more sad ones. So I mean, Michigan is currently underwater right now.
Yeah. I read the CNN article saying that the downtown area of the town that's right next to this. So if you don't know, a dam broke in Michigan, a huge dam. I think it was like a cascade failure. Like the main one failed, and like it was so great that like everything failed and all the water just flooded. And like I read that within the next couple of days, the downtown area of this town could be under like 10 feet of water. I don't remember the name of the town actually, but it was like a huge populated area. And there's actually a video on YouTube you can watch of the dam breaking, and like you literally see the dam like kind of like give way, and all this dirt and water just fucking like rushes in. It's like thousands of pounds of earth being moved. I don't think anyone died, but like the economic fallout from this will probably be so bad that people will ultimately die.
And during COVID,
yeah, people had to evacuate. It was announced on Facebook around 6 p.m. Tuesday that the dam failed and a torrent of water rushed down the Tittabawassee River. I didn't come up with that name, so whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like last Tuesday, and basically like from Tuesday to Wednesday, the water was just flowing freely, like nothing's stopping it. And
lake.
like so it's bad. Wixom Lake is apparently the lake that was being drained, and apparently the lake was so drained that you can just walk around in it, like there's no water left at all.
How's like the environment reacting?
It was called the Edenfield Dam. That was the original one that broke. And then the Sanford Dam broke, which was like their worst case scenario. And the town is called Midland. So apparently, according to experts, in the next 12 to 15 hours, downtown Midland could be under approximately 9 feet of water.
Wow, that's fucking crazy.
We're talking about like, when we say downtown Midland. Yeah, we're talking about like, floods. Think about Miami or something. Like that's like a city like that. and it's just
Wow.
under 9 feet of water. That's unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. Hopefully, they get some support. Maybe
Yeah.
they send down some Canadians.
Yeah, some like Mexican and Canadians
Yeah.
fucking like task force come
Yeah.
to bail us out like they always do. I
Yeah.
don't know, it's an interesting conversation though, because like I saw another CNN article saying like for the past 30 years they've been talking about how this dam is like
Oh yeah. The
ripe
feds.
to blow. Yeah. And like
A
it's interesting
conspiracy,
because we
maybe.
see this a lot. I don't think it's a conspiracy. I think it's the lack of a conspiracy. Like there's no one gives a fuck. Like they're like it's a dam. Who gives a shit?
Aren't
Like
like Michiganians like known for being like fucking
Michiganders.
they're rowdy, bro. They're like
Yeah.
so what,
Yeah, they're rowdy, but no one gets rowdy for infrastructure. Like for building a dam. Like they're not going out and being like, "Fuck yeah, build a dam, structural integrity." Like no one gives a shit.
Dude,
It's
I want
interesting though
bullet
because like
trains.
the thing about infrastructure is like you get little problems and they look fine and they're not actually a big deal for the next 50 to 60 years. But then like if you leave them,
Yeah.
they become a huge problem. And like I read somewhere, this is me just quoting off the cuff, like I don't remember where I read this, but people are saying something like some X percentage of dams in the country are actually just like this dam and they have not been serviced in decades and like no one does any repairs on them and no one's responsible for
You ever
them.
seen
So
any
like
dams?
in real life, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to the
Hoover Dam?
Hoover Dam.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. It's beautiful.
Yeah. It's fucking insane. Like when you see something like that scale, you kind of wonder like how the fuck did we even do this? Like what alien did this? You know?
Yeah.
Have you
for
ever
real.
been to
How do
Egypt?
we-
I know
how do
your
we just
parents
stop?
recently went there.
No, I've never been to Egypt.
Did they go to Giza and see the pyramids?
Yeah. That's where they went. That's like the main reason why they went.
Whenever I see like the pyramids are another
They're
thing.
huge.
It's like it's just like how the fuck did they do that?
I
Like
don't know. There's
I know
like
some
so
people
many
say aliens or
theories,
whatever.
dude.
Yeah.
What do you
Some
think?
people say aliens. I just think they use a lot of slave labor. Like they just
Dude,
said, "Do
but
it or I'll
like
kill
they're
you."
saying that they weren't even slaves.
Really?
That they were saying that these people were architects and like engineers,
So they actually loved it?
and like there was like a town and like they were all like they were like fed well, like super well, and like they weren't actually
Yeah.
slaves, like they were all actually just like master engineers and like architects,
Skilled
Yeah.
masons. I mean, fair enough, I
Allegedly.
guess. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I could be speaking out my ass.
yeah, judging from my knowledge of history, it wouldn't surprise me if they did use slave labor. But also, like, it would be cooler if they didn't. Hot take
God, that's
from
huge.
Caleb. Don't use slaves.
That's like the wonder of the world, right? They don't know how they could have done it.
Yeah. I don't know. I
That's
think like it's
interesting.
kind of blown out of proportion. Like they could have done it, but it was just really hard.
Apparently, so like that was like the tallest man. Like what was the next tallest man-made thing?
Besides the pyramids at the time,
Yeah, the next, so like we built the pyramids, and then the next tallest thing. Do you know what it was?
I'm guessing the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, it was the Eiffel Tower.
Damn,
Isn't that crazy?
that is crazy because that was so much later.
Right?
Like they never made anything until then. That's crazy. Holy
Anything
shit.
taller. Triangles are strong shapes.
Actually,
Or pyramid,
you should-
pyramids. Even.
people, if you're interested in architecture like this, you should. Devil in the White City. Here it's called. It's called this. Sorry. Okay, so if anyone in here is interested in architecture like this, and you want to know like why they can't make shit really tall, I think a book you might be interested in is called The Devil in the White City by Eric Larson.
Really?
It's actually a book about H.H. Holmes, the guy who was like a serial killer who built a hotel that like had murder rooms and like gas chambers and shit in it. I don't know if you've heard of this guy before.
I've heard of it, but I never like looked into it.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's actually a true story. Like, I don't know if you've seen have you ever seen Sherlock, the BBC?
Oh no.
Like, okay, well, there's this episode in there that's based on H.H. Holmes where this guy builds a hospital. Spoiler alert, by the way. Builds a hospital, and like the reason that he owns the hospital is because he wants to murder people, and he kills basically like terminally ill patients to like satisfy his need to kill without actually like getting caught or whatever. That's actually based on a true story. H.H. Holmes, the murderer. And this book is about him, but it's also about architecture. And I thought it was really interesting. And in it, I learned that like the reason we can't make things super tall, like the pyramids, is actually because of like the ground, the wind and the ground. Like the ground is too weak to support buildings. Like when you make them super tall, the wind just blows them over, and it like pulls it up out of the ground. So it wasn't until like the early 1900s when we discovered how to like fix that problem. Yeah. So that's why we didn't really have tall buildings,
bro.
Really?
Like I'm pretty sure I've heard shit where like there's some buildings in like New York that like kind of fucking like move in the wind.
Yeah. No, they do. That's the thing. They build them to do that. They build them and they're like, okay, it's okay for it to sway this much. I'm like, no, the fuck it isn't. It better not be swaying while I'm in there.
Yeah, for real, bro. I'm gonna start swinging.
For real, dude.
On nothing.
Like, my uncle in Vegas wanted me to go to the Space Needle. I don't know if you've heard of this. It's basically like this giant fucking elevator, and you ride it up. And it's a clear elevator. Like, you can see through it. And it's like fucking millions of feet in the air. I'm being obviously exaggerating. But it's like, it's so fucking tall.
Hate
and
heights,
it's like,
dude.
Yeah, I said no. I was like, no fucking way I'm going there.
Yeah,
and
I
also,
fucking hate heights so much.
Have you ever been to St. Louis?
St. Louis, Missouri?
Yeah, Missouri.
No.
They have an arch there called the St. Louis Arch. And it's like, and when I went there, I was standing underneath the arch. Like, originally in my head, I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm going to go up there. Fuck yeah. It's a marvel of fucking, architecture or whatever. I'm going up there 100%. And then I was standing at the bottom, like underneath it, looking up. And it's like, I can barely even see it. It's like, it's in the clouds. I'm like, fuck that shit. I'm not going up there.
Dude, I fucking
so, like,
hate
my
heights,
dad
dude.
and brothers went up there, but I stayed at the bottom. I don't regret it either. My dad was like, you're going to regret it so much. Like, we might not come back here ever in your life. I'm like, well, first of all, I hope I never fucking come back here because, like, this shit is scary. I don't want to come back here. I don't regret a thing.
Yeah.
Fuck heights, man.
Yeah, I have a fear of heights as well. It's fucking I just get massive vertigo.
Yeah.
Like I just
100%.
Like I just feel like, all right, my body is gonna jump off now.
Yeah, like I feel like my knees start shaking and like I can't stand up straight.
My knees are
like,
weak.
Or I'm on
depth of field. Like, fuck,
yeah,
dude. It's bad.
It just makes my heart start racing. Like, even if I'm, have you ever?
You get vertigo in games?
Upstairs? No. I only get it in real life.
You ever get like this weird feeling when your character's falling, like, oh shit?
Yeah, like your stomach like drops a little bit. Yeah, maybe that's why. Maybe we get that because we're afraid of heights. I thought that everyone had that. I didn't realize that was just me. But like, have you ever been walking down the stairs and you get that feeling? Like, you feel like you can't, like, your knees are shaking and you're like, oh fuck, I'm gonna fucking fall down these stairs.
No, I haven't lived in like a 2-story house in like a while.
Oh, okay. Well, in the university that I go to, like, there's the student union building has like these multiple story stairs, and they're these ones where like you can see underneath the step, and like it just goes straight to the floor. Like, if you look underneath the step, you can literally see down to the next floor. But it's like a sheer drop. And obviously no human being is going to fit between two steps. But every time I walk down those stairs, it makes me nervous as fuck because I just feel like I'm going to fall and fucking slip through one of the steps and fall to my death.
Okay, like your skin peeled.
Yeah. Honestly, yes. I always take the elevator in there. But then I hate elevators too, even though they're safe. God. Apparently. But actually, speaking of my university, I wanted to talk about this thing.
Yes.
There's this man at my university. I go to UT Knoxville, University of Tennessee. And just this week, a news story broke that one of our professors was arrested on federal fraud charges, and he has been accused of spying for the Chinese government. And
oh my God.
I thought it was like really funny because he actually didn't do anything that would make him a spy, right? Like, he's just Chinese, like, that's it, that's his crime. He's Chinese, but then he also committed fraud. So there's like all these conservative sites that are posting about how he's a fucking Chinese spy and he's like selling our secrets to China or whatever.
I mean, yeah, dude.
Because of the research he was doing,
bro. I mean, they just do it because it drives more traffic. To be honest, I mean, that's all. It is.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
it's just pretty racist, don't you think? Like,
I mean, yeah,
profiling this guy.
I mean, Asian racism is just like pretty high right now.
Yeah, I don't even think most people consider it racism. Do you think it's racism to say like a lot of white nationalists say like, oh, Asian people are actually smarter than us. Like, have you ever heard this before?
Yeah, I've heard of
Like,
it before. Like
people will say like,
they like fetishize like
yeah,
European like culture and shit like that, and like oh yeah,
yeah,
Asians are just really fucking smart. That's just how it is.
exactly. Yeah, they'll be like, oh yeah, black people are dumb, and it's like, and then people will be like, oh, that's racist. You can't say they're black because they're dumb, and they're like, oh no, I'm not racist. Look, I think Asians are smarter than white people, so therefore I'm not racist. I'm like, okay, then. It's really funny.
Yeah, it's
Hell
kind
yeah.
of fucking weird, but yeah.
I don't really have anything else to add about this professor. I mean, like, I don't
Uh,
think he's a
You two
spy. I've
spy.
never met him,
You have any
but
like what if he was though?
I mean, if he was, then good for him, I guess. Well, not good for him because he got caught, so that sucks. But like,
Yeah.
it feels
L.
bad, man. He stole like stole quote unquote
China.
$60,000. That was his crime, and he's
60
being
thou.
charged with fraud and faced with 20 years in federal prison for that amount of money.
Yeah, they're like, hold up, you didn't tell us you were Asian. We would
Yeah.
never give you the money.
Hell yeah, man.
It's like a
Oh,
completely like normal, like first and last like English name, like
yeah,
traditional English.
John
name.
Simmons.
Yeah.
You must be a
Yeah, for
Chinese
real.
spy.
God, dude.
Hell yeah.
Dude. Speaking of like being racist towards Asians, dude. Remember that Trump shit where this Asian like reporter or journal or wherever she was,
Yeah.
actually like some news outlet, and she actually said something about like the China like the coronavirus, right? Like how
Yeah,
shitty
she was
it's
talking
handling.
about Corona.
Yeah, she was like, why don't you ask China?
Yeah,
like,
and then I watched this like Curb Your Enthusiasm version of that, where like it shows him answering the question, and then the camera pans over and shows that she's Asian, and then she's like dun 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 dun
yeah,
dun
and then
dun dun.
yeah, I thought it was pretty cool that all like the reporters they like corroborated and like they're like next question is like I would like to give the question to my fellow colleague who didn't get to finish.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then
That's so funny.
Trump fucking rage quit from the from the thing.
Yeah. God, that's so funny. Yeah, his poor fragile masculinity.
He's
The
like,
women are
all
talking
right,
to him
I'm
too
done.
much. Yeah. I did not become president so that I could listen to women. Okay?
Yeah. God damn.
Oh yeah, man.
God, but more news on Donnie Trump.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is using hydro fucking chloric fucking whatever it's called. Dude.
Hydrocon.
He's using anti-malaria drugs.
Yeah, hydroxychloroquine or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so fucking funny. Like the most funny part about that story, David, is how Nancy Pelosi responded by basically saying like, "Oh, you're a fat fuck. You shouldn't take that. You're gonna die because you're fat, shitty head."
Do you think he's actually
Poopy
taking it?
Yeah, for fuck shit.
Think he's
Sure,
actually
why
saying
wouldn't he? Like he
No,
was
no,
like
I feel
simping
like-
for it on Fox News. So why wouldn't he?
I don't know.
He clearly believes that it's real.
I think fucking he says a lot of shit just to fucking rile up the fucking liberals.
Yeah, but what does he have to gain? Like,
Mad
what does
liberals.
he gain? I mean, fair enough. Actually, it's a good point. Never
I mean,
considered that.
Yeah, I mean, like he just fucking like I don't know why he does it. I don't know. There's no way it's like he does this shit on accident, dude. Like there's just no way.
Nah.
This shit's
Well, I mean,
planned
I
and
don't know.
staged.
You think it's planned? Like, what plan does he have?
Maybe not like fucking.
The plan doesn't make sense, but he has a plan.
I don't know. Maybe he's like. He's I don't know why he's looking for this shit. Maybe he just wants to go down as like the most fucking hated president of all of fucking history. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. It's an interesting goal to have, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I saw that some other conservative like people, like Sebastian Gorka, was taking it as well. Which a lot of viewers probably don't know who that is, but you can just Google it. It's no big deal. He's a nobody anyway. But it's just like it's funny. Like, do you remember at the very beginning of this when like some conservative guy like drank bleach or something and died?
No.
And like everyone on the internet was saying like, oh, this is so sad, like this person died. And I'm like, on one hand I'm like, yeah, okay, a human died, like that sucks, whatever. I'm not like a fucking monster, like I don't want people to die. But at the same time it's like, you're so dumb. You're drinking fucking bleach because this dumbass Cheeto in office, we got a fucking Cheeto in the office saying for people
That's
to drink
racist.
bleach. At what point do you have to be like, okay, obviously you shouldn't do that, you're dumb? Like, at what point is it like a personal failure for you to fucking fall for this shit?
Maybe this
I don't
person
know.
should have died.
Like the materialist in me wants to say, of course they're a subject of their fucking environment. It's not their fault. They're dumb. But then like me in my privileged position, I'm like, what a fucking moron. Like how can you ever do something that stupid?
I
I
don't
don't
know,
know.
dude. It's the Trumpism is like cult like. It really is.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
how
it's
the
just
fuck
like
he did
it's
it.
just like Jonestown. Like he says drink the Kool-Aid, but in this case it's fucking bleach. And they
Yeah.
just do it anyway.
Yeah, for real. I mean, if the Republicans want to kill themselves, I mean, I don't have a problem with that.
I'm not gonna stop them. Like I'm not gonna
Yeah.
encourage people to kill themselves, but like Sun Tzu once said, "Never interrupt your enemy when they're making a mistake."
Yeah.
So I think I'll follow that.
It's a good fucking. I love.
As a China simp,
Yeah.
I will
for
go to
real,
Sun
dude.
Tzu, my hero.
China simp. Fuck.
Also,
God,
fuck Sun Tzu. He's an imperialist. Anyway.
Okay. Fuck. So, but yeah, Trump. I think if we have like one final thing about Trump, and it's about his son, called Joseph Biden. You know, the Democrats nominee, a pedophile.
A pedophile. Yeah, that's
Dude,
so
like,
fucking rich, man.
Like, politics has truly evolved in the United States.
Evolved? I don't know if evolved is the right word. Maybe devolved. Degenerated.
Yeah.
To fucking nothingness, man.
Like,
it's so funny. Two white pedophiles calling each other pedophiles. It's crazy.
Dude,
man.
I bet you Donald Trump Jr. uses 4chan.
Oh, for sure, dude.
Have you seen that
I know
one,
for a
like,
fact he does. Seen the one what?
He has a custom made like AR.
Yeah.
You see it? It's like a knight.
Oh, like a Crusader fucking
Yeah, like a Crusader.
AR-15?
Yeah.
That's actually badass. So I would 100% get one of those. Like, no joke. But then I would use it as a meme. Like, it's ironic in my case, which makes it sadder, probably. But, like, I know for a fact that Donnie Jr. uses 4chan because, like, before a couple of years ago, I know, like, a bunch of his forum accounts got outed. And, like, it turns out that he just posts on, like, conservative gun forums and, like, argues with people on forums. Like, this is, like, one of his favorite activities is going on, like, hunting forums and talking about his guns and, like, how he hunts, like, defenseless animals or whatever. Like, yeah, I don't know, dude. It's such a weird, like,
he didn't get enough love from his
life.
father growing up.
Yeah. No, actually, 100%. Also, did you hear the story about how, like, Donald Trump Jr., one time, like, his dad was taking him to a baseball game, and he was in college at the time. And he came into his son's dorm, and Donnie Jr. was not wearing a suit. And so Donald Trump punched him in the face and said, "Put on a suit, you fucking animal," and then left.
What the fuck?
This is an alleged story. And, like, a lot of people, like,
From
Don
who?
Jr.
Who he said
Well,
this
is
himself?
a story. Yeah, this is, like, from his friend or something from college. And Don Jr., like, famously in college, his friends all talked about how much he hated his dad and, like, how his dad literally, like, abused him all the time. And Don Jr., like, he always talked about how he never wanted to be like his dad. Mm-hmm. Fucking, man, how did that turn out, bro?
Yeah.
How the fuck did that turn out?
I mean, daddy's a nice source of income. Money can corrupt, bro.
Yeah. I feel that, bro. Hell yeah, but let's move on from politics. I want to talk about some breaking news. Is that okay, or do you have something else to say?
Yeah, fucking breaking news.
I wanted to talk about this shooting that we talked about last episode.
The execution.
Yeah. So first of all, I want to say, like, I accidentally misnamed this person. So their real name is actually Arbery. I mistakenly called him Avery in the last episode, but since he's dead, I want to have a little bit of respect and correct myself there. So this Arbery guy, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. So last episode, you guys might remember me talking about how this guy got executed in the street by two white supremacist ex-cops and how they didn't get charged with anything. I have a slightly good news. In the past week or so, they have been arrested and charged with murder, I believe, or manslaughter, maybe. One of the two. It's bad, though. Like, they're faced with bad charges. However, it's not all peachy, David. This is the important thing that I wanted to talk to you about. So, in the past couple of days, every major news thing, including liberal news like CNN, but Fox News broke this story, basically saying in 2017, there's a video that came out of the person who was executed in the street by white supremacists.
Mm.
A video of him being harassed by police for like, so basically like he's in a park and the police come up to him and threaten him and try to tase him and search his vehicle. And like one of the cops draws his taser and shoots it at him, but it like fails and misses, and so Arbery doesn't get tased. And he's like totally cooperating at every stage, and these police are just harassing the fuck out of him. And a lot of people are using this video as justification for his murder that took place 3 years later at the hands of non-police.
Oh, I think I heard about that. Like he was stole from Walmart or something like that, right?
Yeah, he was suspected to be involved in a robbery because he was nearby and black. So they came to his car and like threatened to tase him and arrest him. But then at the end of the day, like he didn't get charged with anything because he wasn't doing anything illegal, and the police were just harassing him. And a lot of people are using this video to say like, oh look, that's not his first brush with the law. Like obviously he's a bad guy. But then I watched the video and they are literally just fucking with him. Like they're just fucking with him. They're just like doming him for no reason. And he's literally like, he literally says, I'm just trying to chill on my day off. Like, why are you guys bothering me? And then that's when the cop pulls the taser. I'm like, what the fuck are you pulling a taser for? Like, he's literally telling you, like, I'm not doing anything. I'm just chilling. Like, what
fucking
the fuck?
Lukewarm take, dude. Stealing from fucking, like, superstores is not bad at all.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Because I think that, like, okay, stealing in general, bad. But here's the thing. Like, when you're stealing from a corporation, you have to, I think materially, you have to consider the damage that these corporations have done to us as well. Like, I feel like when you steal
they already
them,
account from stealing.
It's not even stealing.
Like, don't they already account for, like, all right, we already know people are going to steal this fucking much. Like,
yeah, it's called shrink.
Yeah,
they 100% account for it. They have these targets. They have things at the place I used to work. I guess I can say now because I don't work there anymore. Kroger. I used to work at Kroger because I'm not going back anyway. So like at the Kroger I used to work at, we have these things called shrink targets, which is basically like each week how much we're allowed to have stolen. And if we don't reach that goal, like we don't get in trouble, like we don't lose pay or anything, but like they'll have a meeting with us and be like, hey, people are stealing, you need to stop. Like you need to stop them from stealing. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like I'm working in the produce department. And so, like, most of the stealing that takes place in produce is, like, people just eating things without paying for it. And I'm like, what am I going to fucking walk up to someone with a banana in their mouth and just knock them out? Like,
give
hello?
that back.
Yeah, it's like, excuse me, sir, you're stealing from Rod McMullen, the CEO of Kroger right now. How do you feel? I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I don't want it to seem like we're saying go steal things. Because, like, I think it's good, in general, it's a good thing to not steal. But I don't blame people for stealing when they're in the kind of situations that they're in from big places like Walmart and fucking Kroger and stuff. Like, fuck it. Just if you need food or like baby formula or shit like that, fucking steal it, man. Fuck these capitalist pigs. Like, who gives a shit about their profits at this point? You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, brother.
And like, because I think that when you steal this stuff, you're not actually stealing, because I think that these things belong to us in the first place. Like, it's our labor that brings these things about. I don't think that it's stealing, in my opinion. I know a lot of people will disagree with that, including people in our Discord, but that's just what I believe.
I mean, no, we're correct. But yeah, I mean, back to, Arbery, right? That's the name.
Yeah.
That's not his name.
I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like, do you think that, like,
it's fucked.
This happened in the, fuck, man, I don't remember exactly what his name was, and I feel bad. But like a few years ago, this was one of the first big black like shootings that happened with the police. And the same thing happened where like some security footage came out of him like intimidating a store worker or something. I think his last name was Brown, and he was killed later for an unrelated event. And like a bunch of conservative news outlets released this video saying, look, this guy's a thug. Like he deserved to die because he did this thing. Even though it was like, totally unrelated to his death.
Dude, once he did that crime, bro, they were allowed to execute him at any point in the future now. Exactly.
Like, it's this thinly veiled racism and, like, police statism where they're like, oh, it's fine because he committed a crime. Like, as if that's the standard that they hold for everyone else.
Criminal.
Like, yeah, exactly. It's like, I don't understand how you can commit a minor crime and suddenly your life is forfeit. Sorry, go ahead.
Like, literally everybody in, like, the United States probably has committed a crime.
Yeah, 100%. I commit a crime every single day. Even during this quarantine, I've committed a crime every day. I won't
I'm
say which
committing a
one.
crime right now.
Yeah, I am actually.
Fuck. But yeah, I mean, honestly, it's sad that we lost another life to the fucking police force.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and here's
And
what I want to
my
say
condolences to the families.
Yeah, 100%. And I hope, for the sake of Arbery, like, I mean, there's nothing to be done for him now. He's dead. But like, for the sake of his memory, I hope that we learn from this. And the thing that I want people to learn, hopefully, from this is not that we need to stop all police shootings. Like, obviously, that is a thing that needs to happen, but that's beyond the scope of what we can say at this point, because that's so far from now that it's impossible to even guess what that would look like. But what I want people to gain from this, hopefully, and I hope that this podcast might help with that, I want people to understand that, like, when one of your fellow people, like, I'm not talking about black people, I'm talking about human beings, I'm talking about workers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when one of your fellow workers gets killed, it's important to support them, even if you don't necessarily know if they're in the right. Because the important thing is like, in the Arbery case, they're going to release videos like the one that they did to slander him and say, like, exactly, to justify the violence that they committed. And it's important to revisit this topic known as critical support. We've talked about this before in terms of China. And it's like, when someone does something good, or when someone is a victim, like, it's okay to support them for that thing, even if you don't agree with everything they do. Because, like, I can easily say in the case of Arbery, like, if he stole, I would say, yeah, that's probably a bad idea. Don't steal. I'm not going to say kill him, obviously, because I'm not a fucking fascist monster. But I can easily say don't steal, and then at the same time say he didn't deserve to die. Like, it's very important for us as workers to take the side of the victims in this case, even if we don't necessarily agree with everything they did in their lives. Because all of us make mistakes, but no one deserves to be gunned down in the fucking street for a mistake, or even a non-mistake. Like, even because at the point when he was killed, he wasn't doing anything illegal. He was totally innocent, and he was killed for no reason.
Fucking wrong area.
Exactly. So, like, his past transgressions, or whatever, if you want to even call it that, do not matter in this case. And anyone who uses that as a justification is a fucking monster and should be discounted, because they don't have any empathy, which is an important emotion for humans to exist in society.
For real.
So, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
We're all just blood, bro. Blood and meat and bones.
Exactly. I just don't like it when people, like,
Yellow
even
bile.
workers like us, they use, like, they're like, okay, yeah, Arbery is a bad spokesperson for us because he did bad things in his life. And it's like, but do you not understand that no matter what, someone has always done something bad in their life? And when you do something bad in your life and then get killed, the government or the police or just whoever has an agenda has the ability to make you look bad after you're dead. And you can't defend yourself because you're fucking dead.
Yeah.
So, like,
only people who are alive still can defend you.
Exactly. So it's important to defend those people, even if you don't know for sure how right they were or whatever. Just because it's not okay to let this stuff happen. Yep. Even if they were guilty. It doesn't matter, because they deserve
a dead man can't defend
respect
himself.
And dignity. Just like everyone else.
So, they could constantly just, like, slander his name and just get away with it. And
and who's going to advocate for him?
Yeah.
That's why we have to do it.
We stand up to the mantle.
Not we, the podcast, but we workers. Like, we have to stick together and work for each other. Yeah. But I don't really have much else to add about that. It's kind of a sad story, but I really wanted to focus on the media part, because I think that's really interesting. Because, I hate to say this because it sounds really bad, but, like, a white supremacist killing a black person in the United States is not that surprising. You know what I mean? Like, It's just kind of a reality of the world that we live in. But the media spin continues to surprise me for some reason.
God, the media is dangerous, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, people can just lie to you. I think we might have talked about this in the last podcast, like, who you can trust. You can trust Left in the South podcast.
Yeah, you can. And
100% factual, unbiased news.
Well, no, it's going to be biased. That's the thing. Like, I hate this word unbiased, too. I'm glad you said that. Because, like, I don't think that unbiased exists. Like, you can state facts or whatever, but even just stating facts is not unbiased.
I mean, there's going to be always a little bit of bias.
Right. Yeah. And that's why I'm not embarrassed to say, like, Left in the South is biased. Like, because we believe that what we believe in is the right thing to believe in. So, of course, we're going to be biased because we want you guys to live like we want. Not for us, but for everyone. Because we believe that under our system of thinking, the world would be a better place. So, of course, I'm going to be biased towards that. Why wouldn't I be? I want the world to be a better place. So I'm skeptical of anyone who says I'm not biased, because to me that means, oh, you don't have an ideology, you don't believe in anything,
You're a
because
secret.
otherwise you would be biased.
Yeah, you're hiding something.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, but once we get some left in the soft news reporters, you're gonna expect 100%. We're not gonna
on the ground
lie
coverage
to you, at least.
Yeah.
Maybe. But anyway,
Unless it serves us. No, I'm kidding. We won't lie.
Fuck, dude. But let's get into something. Let's hit this last topic, because I know you wanted to talk about this, and then we'll start talking about some Ricky Morty and alien shit. All right.
All right. Hit me.
All right. So I know that you now are sucking on the teat of the government, or planning to. At least.
Yes. I'm so excited, dude. Yesterday, I got an email saying that my unemployment request has been approved. It took 2 months, David. 2 months to approve my fucking unemployment.
Didn't you try getting unemployment before?
No, I've never done it before. I just it took.
You thought you were gonna get declined though, right?
Yeah. I just did it on a whim. I was like, "Fuck it, I have an hour." Which, by the way, it took way more than an hour because it's so needlessly complicated.
It's like,
it's
give me
unbelievable.
Your social. All right, now give me your financial information. You can pull up all these fucking documents. Yeah. Bro.
They need like your life story. Like they ask everything. They ask me like where I went to high school, where I went to elementary school. Yeah, they asked that, but obviously I lied. They asked me if I've ever been convicted of a drug-related felony, which I have not. So technically, that's not a lie. But not that I don't do drugs, because I do regularly do drugs. But I haven't been caught yet. So I got approved, and so I have 15 days to either appeal, which means that I'm saying basically, yes, I agree. I am still wanting to go on unemployment. Please send me money. And I think, assuming that nothing else changes, I think I'm good. Like, I'm going to get paid $600 a week.
Yeah, but like,
for the next few
to be
weeks.
Actively looking for a job.
There's different rules, because under the coronavirus, you don't have to necessarily be actively looking for a job. You have to show that you're not able to work. So like in my case, I actually have medical documentation that I'm at high risk for corona. So like I could get away with not searching for a job at this point because of the nature of the world. Yeah, like I'm actually pretty lucky.
If you guys are in need right now, get that fucking government money, baby. What are you doing? Yeah. Pause this podcast right now and fucking take an hour and a half filling out those documents, trying to make it as hard as you to get this government money.
Yep.
And get your fucking bread, baby.
Yeah, actually, I do recommend that everyone applies.
Welcome back.
Even if your income has been impacted in any way. Yeah, welcome back. Thank you.
After
that's funny as fuck.
doing that
after applying for unemployment.
Yeah. Now that you've applied for unemployment.
Now that you've applied, I think that was a good idea, because I think everyone should apply if your income has been affected in any way. Like if you lost your job, definitely apply. But even if you didn't lose your job, actually, if you're getting reduced hours, you can apply as well. So like if you're working at a grocery store or something and they're reducing your hours because of the virus, you can apply for unemployment and make the difference basically between what you were making and what you are making plus extra because of the coronavirus. So like you can make a fuck ton of money off the government.
For real, bro.
Which you definitely should.
You're making me jealous, bro. You're making more money than I am, and
I haven't gotten any money yet, so
dude.
We'll revisit this topic and see how it turns out.
People who are unemployed making more money than me. That hero pay coming in. Hopefully one day though. Right?
I am a hero, dude.
I'm a hero. I mean, you're a hero for staying inside. Thank you for not spreading it. And I'm a hero for giving that fast food, Fast food's important, dude. Without fast food, people won't be able to feed themselves.
Giving the people what they need.
Yeah, but fuck yeah. Get on unemployment if you don't. And but fuck yeah, let's talk about Ricky Morty, bro. Rick and Morty. God.
Yes.
It's fucking blowing up. I feel like everyone is watching Rick and Morty these days.
Yeah.
It's really gone super popular.
Recent Vat of Acid episode.
Yes, truly the funniest episode they've had in a while.
I thought so.
I really love the they build something up and just to tear it down and take it away from you. I love it, and that's the punchline. Yeah, I love those are funny as fuck.
Yeah,
Like, I
and no
love that they make
dialogue
this.
either.
Yeah, I love the no
Like that
dialogue.
whole
It's so smart
yeah.
because like now you don't have to pay for voice acting and during this part or like any sound, so he saves a lot
Yeah.
of money on the episode, and it's just really fucking good. I always think
Yeah.
about that, like the weirdest shit. Like when that happened, like it was like all sounds like, dude, they're saving so much money right now. I don't know. I might got a little. I might be a little Jewish.
Yeah, definitely.
I might.
That's
I don't. I mean, I might. Low key.
who knows? I mean, I've seen your hair. Definitely got some Jew action going on there.
See my nose?
Now we're entering into dangerous territory. Oh yeah, man. But yeah, I've been loving Rick and Morty, honestly. Like,
Yes.
it's so funny. Like, it feels weird because when we first talked about Rick and Morty on the show, like, it was in the longest break of all fucking time. It took like 2 fucking years for it to come out.
We were still waiting for the what?
Yeah.
Did one season? Was it?
Season
Were we waiting
4,
for this
episode 1.
season?
Yeah, we were waiting for this season, and
my
it
God.
still was not out. Like, that's insane. So it's just now coming out. But
How
like,
long
I thought
was
it was
the
really good.
mid-half
Recommend.
break?
It was like 4 months or 5 months or something.
God, dude, that was so annoying, dude. You know, you give me 5 episodes of Rick and Morty, and then you take it away from me just like that. That was
exactly.
fucked.
That's part of the punchline.
Yeah, for real.
Oh
God.
yeah, but I mean, I wanted to talk too about another show made by the same guy, Solar Opposites. What do you think about this show?
Oh yeah.
On Hulu.
So
It's
it
like Hulu
dropped.
original.
It dropped like someone beginning of May or something like that.
Yeah.
Watched all the episodes in one day, or maybe 2.
Yeah. Did you like it?
I mean, it's a good show. I love how like there was 3 plots going on. You know, spoilers telling you right now. If you don't want Solar Opposite spoilers, skip ahead to after
The
this
end.
conversation. The end.
Yeah.
Skip to the end.
Yeah.
Okay, but now that you know all those losers are gone. Fucking yeah, Solar Opposites. I love how there's 3 plots going on. You know, you got they're trying to go home plot, you know the siblings plot, you know, the school and shit like that, and you got the C plot, which is the best plot, the fucking the wall, yeah.
That is so funny. So like in the show, the 2 alien kids like shrink down people into like small size humans. They kidnap them basically, and they keep them in like a terrarium. This is just like a bunch of connected fish tanks, basically. And like an entire, like David said, like there's a whole C plot in the show where it's just following these humans that are stuck in the terrarium. And it is the funniest shit ever, dude. Like it's actually so fucking funny. And then they have this little creature called a pupa. It's like a little slug. And like he's like the Perry the Platypus of the show. Where he like just runs around and like does shit and doesn't say anything.
The D plot.
It's so funny, man. Oh my god, I love the episode where he like psychoanalyzes the woman and and like because he has a whistle.
Now open the shelf. He's like, open the shelf and give me the door. Like,
so
all
fucking
for
funny,
that.
Man.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Yeah, fucking Dan Harmon, right? Worked on that. Dan Harmon, fucking
Roiland, Justin Roiland.
God, funny fucking dude. He's hilarious.
Yeah, and it really made me think too because like 10 episodes of that came out at once. And it made me think, like, if another episode comes out, if another season of that comes out in 1 year exactly, more episodes of that will have come out than Rick and Morty in the past 3 years combined.
Yeah. That's what that's what I was like, oh my god, they're not gonna drop the like Rick and Morty because you know they're gonna drop this whole season and it's like, you know, Rick and Morty's not gonna, because they've been working on this shit and not Rick and Morty or some shit.
Yeah,
like that.
It makes me feel like the other people besides Justin Roiland are like dragging their feet for some reason. Like if Justin Roiland is ever able to be the main character on a whole nother show, meanwhile Rick and Morty has not released anything for like 6 months, like what the fuck's going on over there?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. But
I want to be a voice actor though. If you were a voice actor, what character would you be?
God. I don't know. What do you mean? Like
would you be an original new character, or would you do you think you could play an existing character?
Like with my voice? Like my normal voice?
Or just whatever voice you want to do.
I mean, original character, like an existing, a whole new character, like a you know, Midnight Gospel Clancy type.
Right.
Thing.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, hell yeah. I don't see why not. I don't think I can do like my mimicry of like existing characters is really bad.
Yeah.
I feel.
Well,
But
you're not a
like,
professional voice actor,
yeah,
so it's not
dude.
that
But like
surprising.
when I go in Goblin and Orc mode, bro, those are the best. Like I fucking quote Hearthstone cards exactly how they sound, dude.
No, actually though, you're pretty good. I mean, like, you have a good voice for like, I don't want to say radio voice, but you have like a good voice actor voice because like you have a good range and like I
Yeah,
don't know, your voice is interesting to
the
listen to.
highs
So
and
it's like,
lows, dude.
yeah.
I've been told that before, and it really gives me a big old boner.
But that's why we're gracing you with David's voice. I'm actually
Yeah.
like, I really had the idea for this show because I wanted David's voice to get out there actually, and then I realized that
Dude,
I talked.
you're making me blush right now. Stop it.
Oh
But
yeah, no.
fuck. Now we're on science fiction area, right? Aliens, bro. That pill alien thing that we talked about many episodes ago is
I think it was like episode
6,
10.
I believe 6 months ago, something like that.
Yeah.
Like fucking way back. This pill alien that I brought up so long ago is coming back again.
Yeah, so if you don't remember, we were talking about like these basically like drone like alien things that were like zipping around, and like these fighter pilots have like video footage of it, and they're all like, you can hear them talking on the comms about like, oh my god, what is this thing? It's moving so fast, and it like zips out of the camera.
Yeah.
And like David was on some conspiracy shit about how it was aliens or whatever, and I was like doing my natural thing where I'm like, you're dumb, it's not aliens. And then actually now it's like coming back. So you want to talk about it? Where have you seen it?
So like, hearing it on Joey Rogan and like, but people are just talking about like bringing this shit up. So like,
yeah,
this, I think it was leaked in 2017, or there was a report made in 2017, and then like, recently or something, like it was confirmed. It was like dropped by the CIA. You know how they they unclassify shit, and like it was confirmed essentially. And like this guy, like Joe Rogan talks to this guy, and like this guy like saw it with his eyes, and like
really?
he was like looking at this shit basically. Like it wasn't just like something that wasn't like just like, oh, maybe it's a mistake on the radar, as we theorized.
So like, did he have any theories about what it was, or like?
Like, and it's cool too because the guy's not really like a skeptic too. He's like just regular white dude, and like he said he like tells this story to like everybody, and he's like, yeah, I chased an alien, or like I saw like a UFO.
But like, what? So he used the word alien. He said.
Well, no, he said UFO. UFO.
Oh, okay.
Because they didn't see any aliens.
Yeah, right. I mean, I don't know. Like, this shit's weird, but I don't know. Like,
do you think it could be like
it's China's
could be aliens
hoax,
or like a Russian Chinese technology?
I think it's probably American. Like, it's probably some U.S. secret shit that
super
we don't know
secret, double secret.
Yeah, like so secret that even they don't know.
I don't know.
Don't you think that's more likely?
No.
Or really?
Yeah, I mean, why would they rat on themselves? I feel like
because
they have puppet control over like the government. If there was like a super secret,
why would they release it?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean, we were having this exact same conversation like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
We haven't really learned anything new, but it's funny that we talked about it so long ago, and now people are talking.
Yeah.
You need to come to Left in the South for the takes that are going to be 6 months later.
The freshest takes, dude. Like, we talk about this shit, like, before it even gets popular. I mean, we probably made it popular. It was a snowball, like...
It's a cascade,
we blew on some snow, and it just, slowly but surely, dude, working its way up to Joseph Rogan.
Yeah. A lot like a sick person at a church gathering. We spread like a wildfire.
Uh-huh. Oh god, but fuck, dude. We really didn't talk about coronavirus, but I feel like there's no really need. I feel like this is a good episode. Stay safe, everybody. We do have something that's in the works right now. I guess we can discuss it before we end this episode. A book club, possible book club.
Yeah, I'm actually excited about that too because I want to read more. So
I want to
follow us on Twitter for more info.
Hell yeah. But I want to shout out, of course, our Patreon pledgers. We got Grunt 980, Zach, and Zion. We appreciate your constant support during the podcast, even during our season break. You stayed with us. We appreciate that. And someone who's not a Patreon pledger that I'd like to shout out is my good friend Kevin. Like, bro, thank you for the constant support. You know, he listens to every fucking episode.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
like,
It's great.
He's going to listen to the shit and he's going to fucking, message me on Twitter, bro. I love this guy.
Yeah, me
Kevin.
too, actually. Thanks for your kind words, man.
But
really appreciate it.
Yeah, with that, thank you for watching episode 22 of the Left in the South podcast. Bye.
Bye.